Man, it looks like we're getting ready to take another voyage.
Man, you know, and for me, this voyage started with a lament.
Okay.
And we can talk about that as we talk about this next voyage.
Well, let's see where we get to.
All right, bro, let's do it.
What's up, people?
What's going on, y'all?
I'm Brent.
And I'm Fahred.
We are
the Spirits Brothers.
Man, what you done did, man?
Man, don't put it on me.
Come on, man.
we have it documented that
Okay.
you a pighead.
Well, yeah.
It's already documented.
There's no question. There's no question
That's
about
you,
that.
bro. That's
You
you.
know, but this hasn't quite got to our grounds yet.
Well, you know, in the interest of continuing to raise the bar,
Okay.
knowing that my spirit brother is a pighead,
I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate
we have for our subscribers the latest edition of WhistlePig's Boss Hog, and it's called LapuLapu's Pacific.
Yeah, what's it number 8?
This is voyage number 8 for
Number 8.
Whistle Pig Boss Hog,
Yeah.
and you know, I came kicking and screaming on number 7. That was the Atlantic's edition.
I know your
Magellan's Atlantic's edition.
Magellan, yeah, your butt was puckering all up and
Yeah,
stuff.
shit, I want a fixed income, bro.
And here we go, man. Because we know, look, price does matter, and this is getting out to the extremes of where it makes sense.
Bruh, and it's not getting any better.
Yeah.
Inflation and Whistle Pig's pride is putting a hole in my wallet.
Well, you know, it hopefully it'll come close to what 7 was last year. Because 7 last year, as far as I was concerned, was one of the best that they had put out in the Boss Hog edition.
Well, I know that you are a pighead. You've been on Whistle Pig for a while. As with many things, I've been coming along slowly. But when we did the last review, I had to concede that that Magellan's Atlantic edition number 7, that was the single best ride that I'd ever had.
You act like you fell in love and stuff. You was all flipping and turning cartwheels and stuff.
I wanted to take the bottle home, put it in the bed with me.
I hear you, man. That was very, very good.
So anyway, as I suggested, the price of doing business with Whistle Pig has not gone down. I don't even want to talk about what this costs, but you know, if you got
bottle look good.
yeah, the bottle looks
Packaging
good.
looks great.
The bottle looks good, and the packaging looks great. And here's the other thing I'll say. One of the things that typically annoys me is when these producers have all of this fancy marketing stories, all of this fluff stories about this, that, and the other, about their great grand uncle dug a piece of dirt up and that became the magical basis for what is now a great expression. I don't like all of that marketing stuff, and I will tell you that this Boss Hog LapuLapu's Pacific does a great job of that same sort of thing. They have a wonderful backstory as it relates to this particular edition.
Which is even interesting because they tie it in to 7.
They do. They do a great job.
Yeah.
They tie it back in. It's actually a great story. I'm not going to even read it, but it's a continuation of the story that started with number 7.
Yeah.
I typically don't really care to pay for that, and I'm not saying that that's what I'm paying. That's what we pay for here.
Something's got to be in the marketing of it. At that price. I mean, you've got to be paying for something. I mean, the juice is good.
Whistle
Pig, you got to be paying for
Whistle Pig, y'all did a great job with y'all's story. Y'all did a great job with the story and the juice on the 7. As it relates to whether or not the juice is up to the standard of the story.
Well, let's check it out and see.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's do it.
Clink.
It's the classic notes that.
I don't know if this is classic or not. It's
Oh, yeah,
very
man.
nice though. It's
Well,
pleasant.
you know, when it gets up into the years that they have,
This is
it gets to be very. It's so. I won't call it metal, but it's your one of your words you like to use, sophisticated.
It is sophisticated,
You
but
know.
it's perfumey.
It is.
And it is floral.
There's some floral notes running around in there.
Yeah, I mean, I like this nose, and I like this nose a lot. I really do.
You read the story. I didn't read the story yet. I mean, I forgot you had told me about this, and when the bottle came in and we talked about it, I was very surprised, but happily surprised. What was you remember what year it is, how many years it is? Is it 22, 23-year-old?
No, I don't remember. And but to be honest with you, I don't think it has anywhere near that amount of age on it. As we go through this episode, I'm gonna see if I can get it figured out.
And most of them,
but I don't think it has that much age on it.
Most of those boss hogs are a little bit further up in age than you think. So, I can't wait no longer. Man, here, we got to get on some taste. I'm sorry.
They are remarkable. They are remarkable.
That's an outstanding rye whiskey.
It really is.
The rye is so. It blends in so much with the other parts of the whiskey.
I mean,
and it's sweet. It's not an overpowering rye. It's not too rye forward, but you surely get the rye on the taste on the back.
So what I remember about the Magellan's Atlantic edition number 7 was that it was really almost like perfectly balanced. It was spicy. It was good strength, but not too strong. It was just very tasty. And this, I'm not saying that the flavor profile reminds me of the edition number 7.
I don't remember. We have to break it out and do both of them side by
side. I want to do that, but
Yeah.
But it doesn't remind me of the tasting the same notes. But the drinking experience is very, very similar in terms of it's like you're drinking quality stuff.
Yeah.
You're drinking quality stuff.
But is the quality stuff worth the price?
Man, I don't want to talk about that.
Well, come on, but you have to talk about it because no matter, something can only be so good. And I'm here to say that the stuff is good.
I had my lament on the first bottle. Why are you trying to?
I'm stirring stuff up, man.
I'm trying to put a wall between myself and this $500. Oops.
Oh. 500 plus.
Yeah, that's before taxes and shipping and every doggone thing else. But yeah, no, this stuff is not cheap. And the reason why I could justify doing this particular bottle,
I'm glad you did,
is because I got somebody going in half with a brother.
Okay.
That's one reason. You know, I mean, WhistlePig, I mean, you got to give credit where it's due. You know, they have the great backstory. They have this wonderful packaging.
The juice is outstanding. It is out freaking standing. But
the packaging over and above that is just very, very, very high quality. I mean, I feel like I have like about a 15-pound weight in my hand with this bottle and stuff. This is a very solid bottle. This is a pewter top, and this image that's at the top of the bottle is intended to represent a warrior from the Philippines that I guess decided to defend the nation against interlopers coming in.
Which is the pig, yeah.
Yeah, but no, this Whistle Pig has hit another home run with their Boss Hog edition number 8. They really have. And I'm not a rye person. I'm not a pighead. But I gotta give it to Whistle Pig at this point, and I might not be a pig head, but I might become a hog head.
Well, it'll be interested in some of our series to come when we go head to head to see which one we prefer, whether it be the 7 or whether it be the 8.
What do you mean? What do you mean in a series? What are you talking about?
On one of our next episodes.
What about on this episode?
Let's do the doggone thing there. Bring it out. Let's see what you got.
Presto change.
So we done broke them out. So
I figure it was no time like the present.
Okay.
So
and I had to go back.
So the 8 is finished in. It's a single cast Philippine rum
Okay.
cask that is finished in.
And I remember something about some teak wood or something in the 7.
Right. The 7
Yeah.
has teak wood and Spanish oak.
Yeah,
So
okay.
this, and I think, so the thing about, I remember this from the previous review that we did on this
Okay.
one. 7 was the first time they ever did a Boss Hog that was finished, and it was double cast finish.
Okay.
So they've gone back to single cast finishing with
Okay.
this number 8. And so, and obviously the wood is going to impart different flavors and stuff, and so I have in my hand the number 7, which when we finished the review previously, I was thinking that this was the best rye that I'd ever had. At first sip, comparing the 7 to what I remember about the sip on the 8, I'm thinking that I like the 8 a little bit better at first sip. I just put a little bit of water in the 7. And when I put the water in the 7, it seems to open it up, and it seems to expand everything about the flavor profile, from the spice notes to the complexity to the overall. It just contributes to it's a great contribution to make a good spirit great. I mean, these are really both outstanding
In their own way. They're different.
They are definitely different.
They're definitely
different. And so,
And I'm glad of that, because I wouldn't want to be paying for the same
same
at
juice.
this goddamn price.
Right.
And they're both very good. I personally prefer 7 to 8.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think that and I'm a rye person more than you are. The rye notes come out a lot more in 7 than they do 8. It's a little bit stronger. And 7 is 8's different. I really like 8, but if I had to pick between the two with a gun in my head, I'm gonna take 7.
So I think I don't really disagree with the premise of what it is you're saying. The spice notes are more prominent on the 7, and I think when you're buying a rye, that's part of what you're bargaining for, because that's what the rye is supposed to give you, is the spice notes.
Yeah.
And I think the 7 does that a little bit better. The 8, what I think it does better than the 7 is that I think it's easier drinking.
I agree.
Yeah, it's an easier drinking expression than the 7. The 7 is more complex and spicier, and with water it is outstanding. The 8 is probably less challenging than the 7. It's a less challenging expression to drink.
And you have to look. Take that with a grain of salt. What you're saying, not that you're saying you're wrong, but it's super. It's not as challenging as the other one, because I think they're both really challenging, personally, and I think they're both super complicated for bourbons and ryes. But one is a little bit more complicated than the other one, and I think you're saying that the 7, the 8 is more than the 7, and I get that.
No, I'm saying the 7 is more complicated than the 8.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the 7.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, is that what I said?
I didn't think so. I didn't think so, but that's all right. Because I thought you were getting to the point that you like the 8 better than you like the 7.
Well, no, that's where I started out. Is that I like.
That's where I got confused.
Yeah, the 8 is, to me, the 8 is at first sip. The
Okay.
8 is tastier than the 7
Okay.
at first sip.
Okay.
Then when you put a little bit of water in the 7 becomes almost as tasty as the 8, but still not quite as tasty as the 8. But the 7 is way more complex than the 8, and I like complexity.
Yeah.
And they are both incredibly well balanced. They're both incredibly tasty.
They are.
They are very, very different, but both very, very good.
Yeah.
I mean, these are both. I don't really. When we first started doing our episodes and stuff, we were talking about giving spirit scores like this is a 99, a 90, or 90, 89, or something like that. We haven't been doing that in a while.
Yeah.
But if we were doing that, these would both be like 92, 93s. That kind of thing, maybe 94s.
Not to me, but yeah.
Well, you're talking about perfection at that point, bro.
and it's getting there.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, to my point that I don't know what perfection is because I haven't had it, but it's like pornography. You know it when you see it, and at this point, this is some of the best that I've had. I mean, it's very good for what it does. Now, when it comes to, here we go again, I hate to keep circling back around.
The bear bad news. Here you come.
When you come to the damn price point, boy, it's hard to make the squeeze. I mean,
Brent,
are there some other things that we'd like to drink at half or third the price?
I don't want to think about that, bro.
Okay, let's not think about it. But that's the truth.
Cause the money is already spent. I mean, what we crying
Well,
about?
that don't mean I can't bitch about it. I mean, we could have bought 3-4 more bottles.
But we got the hog today.
We got the hog.
Those your words.
That's right.
We got the hog today.
And I'm bitching, and every time I buy a bottle of the really upper and stuff, I bitch everything. I keep buying them. So it ain't like I'm gonna stop buying. And I would suggest that other people get out there and buy. But you have to talk about price when you talk about this product, and that's just the way that it is. And if you don't talk about it, you're not.
So
you ain't realizing what's there.
all right,
You know.
so what's the game that they show on TV and they says that's my final answer? What game is that?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Okay.
So
Ain't gonna be no millionaire buying this.
no, you're right about that. So my final answer on these two bottles is that the 8 over here, LapuLapu's
Why was you
specific,
pointing over here then?
because I thought it was overcooked. Because you misplaced the box over there earlier. That's the reason
I
why.
should have left it the way it was.
The 8 is an outstanding expression for me. I think it is very, very tasty. I think it's easy to drink. I never did get to the point where I even put any water in 8. I didn't. But look, I just want to say this last thing before to the folks at WhistlePig and stuff. The fact that we generally agree that the 7 is a better expression.
I'm talking minute. I'm not talking leaps and bounds.
8
in such an imagination.
8 is outstanding.
I ain't kicking it out the bed.
8 is outstanding.
Yeah.
I would like to buy that again too. It's just that I would buy the 7 again.
Like I said, if we had to make a decision, the 7.
Take the 7. Yeah.
So
I agree.
hey man, smash us up, hit some likes, subscribe. Hit Kevin and let him know what you think, man. And Kevin's back behind the camera making us look as good as we can look, and that takes a whole lot of work, and we appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna keep the rest of this to myself.
We out.